Look closely at your hand. Turn it over. Feel the weight of it. It seems solid, distinct, and undeniably real. It feels like a permanent object occupying a specific space in the universe. But what if I told you that this solidity is the greatest deception ever orchestrated by your senses? What if the ground beneath your feet, the air you breathe, and the very consciousness listening to these words are not fixed entities, but fleeting vibrations in a vast, interconnected ocean of energy? This question cuts through the superficial layers of human inquiry and strikes at the very heart of existence. For over 2.5 millennia, the sages of the East, particularly within the Vajrayana and Mahayana traditions of Buddhism, have held a terrifying yet liberating secret that what we perceive as an independent, solid reality is a mirage. They called it Shunyata emptiness. For centuries, this was dismissed by the West as mysticism. But today, the laboratories of high-energy physics are echoing the chants of the ancient monasteries. Quantum mechanics, the most successful scientific theory in human history, has arrived at a conclusion that it is trembling the foundations of materialism. The universe, at its most fundamental level, operates in ways that defy logic, where particles exist only as ghosts of probability, and separation is merely an illusion. Today, we embark on a journey to merge the diamond, sharp insights of the Buddha with the mathematical precision of quantum physics. We will dismantle the illusion of the self and the object to reveal a universe that is fluid, interdependent, and profoundly alive. To understand this convergence, we must first confront the concept that is most often misunderstood in the West: emptiness. In the Sanskrit language, the word is shunyata. When we hear emptiness, our minds often drift to a void, a vacuum, a nihilistic black hole where nothing matters. But in the high philosophy of Buddhism, emptiness is not a lack of something, it is an openness, a womb of infinite potential. It is the realization that nothing possesses an intrinsic, independent soul or nature that exists all by itself. Think of a diamond. It sparkles, it cuts, it reflects light. But does the diamond exist independently? No. It is a convergence of carbon atoms, extreme pressure, heat, and millions of years of geological shifting. Remove the carbon, remove the pressure, remove the time, and the diamond vanishes. It has no diamond-ness separate from the conditions that created it. This is the law of dependent origination, or pratyasamupta. The Buddha taught that all phenomena, from the swirling galaxies to the fleeting thought of anger in your mind, like a net of jewels. Each jewel reflects all the others. A flower is not just a flower. It is made entirely of non-flower elements: sunshine, rain, soil, the gardener, and the cosmos itself. If you remove the sunshine, the flower is gone. Therefore, the flower is empty of a separate self, yet it is full of the entire universe. This insight is not merely poetic, it is the antidote to suffering. We suffer because we cling to things as if they are permanent and separate. We cling to our youth, our status, our opinions, believing they are solid rocks in a flowing river. But when we see that reality is a fluid process, not a collection of frozen objects, we can finally let go. We move from resistance to flow. Now, let us transport this ancient wisdom into the cold, sterile light of the quantum laboratory. At the turn of the 20th century, the clockwork universe of Isaac Newton, a universe of predictable, solid billiard balls, was shattered. Physicists discovered that when you divide matter down to its smallest components, down to atoms, electrons, and quarks, matter as we know it disappears. The first shock wave was wave-particle duality. In our macro world, a stone is a stone a particle, and sound is a sound a wave. They are different. But light and subatomic particles play a shape-shifting game. In the famous Double-Slit experiment, when scientists fired electrons at a barrier, the electrons behaved like solid particles when observed. But when unobserved, they behaved like waves, passing through two slits at once, interfering with themselves like ripples in a pond. This is the scientific manifestation of Shunyata. An electron has no intrinsic position. It exists in a state of superposition, a cloud of probabilities, existing everywhere and nowhere simultaneously. It is empty of a fixed location until the moment it interacts with a system. Just as the flower depends on the sun to exist, the particle depends on the measurement to take form. Then, we encounter the Heisenberg Uncertainty Principle. This law states that you cannot know both the position and then the momentum of a particle with absolute precision. Nature forbids it. This is not because our tools are bad, it is because reality itself is fuzzy at the core. The more you try to pin down where something is, the less you know where it is going. The universe refuses to be static. It is a dance of flux, mirroring the Buddhist doctrine of impermanence, or anicca. Nothing rests. Everything is vibration. But the most mind-bending parallel is quantum entanglement. Albert Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, and he hated it. It implies that if two particles interact and then separate, they remain mathematically connected forever. If you spin one particle on Earth, its twin in a galaxy billions of light years away will instantly spin in the opposite direction. No time passes. The connection is instantaneous. This obliterates our concept of space and separation. It suggests that at a fundamental level, the universe is not a collection of fragmented parts, but a single, unified organism. This is the scientific proof of the Buddhist concept of interdependence. We are not isolated individuals walking on a dead planet. We are entangled with every atom in the cosmos. The separation between me and you, between subject and object, is a hallucination of the brain. This leads us to the most controversial and profound intersection, the role of the observer. In classical physics, the moon exists whether you look at it or not. But in quantum mechanics, the observer is not passive. The active observation of measurement collapses the wave function. The potential becomes actual only when consciousness or a measuring device intervenes. Buddhism has taught for millennia that with our thoughts, we make the world. The mind is not a camera taking pictures of an objective reality. The mind is a projector. Our perceptions, fueled by our past karma, traumas, and cultural conditioning, construct the reality we see. We do not see things as they are, we see things as we are. The Heart Sutra, the chant that echoes in the halls of Zen and Tibetan temples, declares form is emptiness, emptiness is form. Quantum field theory agrees. What we call form-solid matter is merely an excitation of an invisible, underlying field. Particles pop in and out of existence from the quantum vacuum, a seething ocean of energy that looks like nothing but contains everything. Matter is just slow vibration. Emptiness is just fast vibration. They are the same coin. So, what do we do with this knowledge? Is this just intellectual gymnastics? No, this is the key to your liberation. If you understand that you are not a solid, isolated ego trapped in a bag of skin, but rather a dynamic flow of energy and entangled with the entire universe, your fear of death and your anxiety about life begin to dissolve. You realize there is nothing to protect. The self you are so worried about is a phantom. This understanding breeds limitless compassion. In Buddhism, wisdom and compassion are two wings of the same bird. When you realize that the person hurting you is actually entangled with you, that their suffering arises from the same web of conditions as your joy, judgment transforms into understanding. You don't choose compassion because it is nice you choose it because it aligns with the laws of physics. To harm another is, quite literally, to harm yourself. We stand at the precipice of a new era. The rigid dogmas of the past are crumbling. Science is reaching the limit of the material, peering over the edge into the mystical. Spirituality is shedding its superstition, finding validation in the equations of the cosmos. We are invited to walk the middle way, to avoid the extreme of nihilism, thinking nothing exists, and eternalism, thinking things are permanent. We are invited to live as the quantum Buddha, fully present, aware of the dream, like nature of reality, yet engaging with it fully, with a heart open to the infinite web of connection. The chair you sit on, the screen you watch, the eyes that see it is all a dance of light. It is all empty of self, yet full of the divine. Wake up to the illusion, and in that awakening, find your true freedom.